Hey y'all, iRix Guy here, back again with another episode of iRix Guy Supports Entrepreneurs. And you can check the link within this video's description. I've got a playlist of videos geared towards entrepreneurship. Now within this video I'm going to talk about the elevator pitch, often commonly referred to as the elevator spiel, and there's some other terms, but what an elevator pitch is, the reason it's called that is that you're in an office complex or wherever for that matter, and you're on an elevator. And it may be a tall building, it may be a shorter building, but the idea is that you can convey what your product and or service is going to accomplish within a few sentences. Because it may be a short elevator ride, it may be a long ride, but the person may be on the phone for part of that ride, so they may be unable to hear what you're saying. So ideally with an elevator pitch, obviously you want it to be as concise as possible, but you want it to be catchy. So you want to get not all of your key points, but all of your highlights across so that when that person hears that, they know what you're talking about. And it grabs their interest. Because that person that's a venture capitalist, they may be approached by multiple people throughout the day. And your idea really has to resonate with them for them to possibly consider you. So let's take, for example, a fictitious idea, and this is a silly idea, but I'm going to give you my elevator pitch for it. And this is just off the top of my head right now. I haven't planned ahead. Our product is a new accessory that every pizza chain should have. It's lights that keep the pizza warm, and they also function as a logo to enhance branding of the pizza. When the customer receives their next pizza, they simply exchange the kit. This can bring value to any pizza brand. And that's a silly example and a poorly worded example, but it gets the key points across. There's lights that go into a pizza box. They keep the pizza warm. They enhance the branding, yet they're exchangeable when that customer gets the next pizza. So that helps because ultimately that venture capitalist is probably saying, well, what's wrong with a blank pizza box or pizza box with a brand printed on top of it? Why do we have to spend this extra money? So that just goes to show that yeah, there is extra money, but it's a product that's exchanged, and if that customer exchanges it, they don't have to pay extra. So if they had a pizza come to them, and they had lost the lights from the previous order or failed to exchange them, then they would pay the full price. Whereas if they exchanged it, then they would get a discount. So silly example, but the best way that I encourage people to prepare their elevator pitch is to jot down the high points of whatever product or service they're trying to bring to market. So again, in that example, it was the lights. It was the the customer being able to exchange that when they get their next pizza. It was the branding that comes from the lights, and then also the enhanced warmth of the pizza that the lights provide while it's in transport. So silly example, but those are the high points. So anything you do, if you're not wanting to waste paper and or ink, and that's the way I am, I'm all digital, I jot down the high points of whatever product or service. And then I take all of that and I put it into sentence structure, because ultimately, you want this elevator pitch to be 4 to 5 sentences. Some other people may say differently, but my personal recommendation is to have 4 or 5 sentences, boom, 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 just get them hooked, and then ultimately anticipate the follow-up questions. Because if you don't know your product inside and out, when they ask thought-provoking questions, if you can't answer immediately, they're likely not going to consider your idea. They're likely not going to consider investing in your idea. So you got to get it to them, you got to strike their interest, you've got to immediately be able to respond to their follow-up questions, and you've got to be able to, ultimately you've got to have an idea that's marketable. What's the problem that this product is going to solve? How's it going to make something better? You've got to really be able to paint a picture of it being something great. And if you can't, there's a good chance your product and or service is going to fail. So, take that, pitch it to your friends. Friends are probably going to be, they're going to be a little bit more lenient with their responses because they value a friendship. Pitch it to strangers. If you can find a focus group, that's probably the best thing to do. Pitch to a bunch of strangers, and those people will probably respond with the most honest feedback. And ideally, people that aren't even familiar with the line of business that you're creating this product for, or the type of service industry that you're creating the service for. Because those people, if they can understand it in plain English in a few sentences, then you've really nailed it. Because your idea is able to be understood by anyone, regardless of their personal knowledge with whatever product and or service industry. So I hope this video is of value. Stay tuned for more. Let me know if there's topics you would like to see me address with an upcoming iRick's Guy Supports Entrepreneurs videos. And it's my goal. If you have any questions, if you want to chat with me, go for it. I strongly support the entrepreneurial mentality. I think it's the only way to become successful in this world today. And I've learned a lot along the way, and I'm not afraid to share with others. And I'm by no means an expert. I learn from others every day. So I appreciate your feedback, and be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/iRick's Guy. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good day.